Cancer, welcome to your mid-August general love reading check-in. This is your girl, Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love tarot reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Cancer. This is a general reading, so please keep that in mind. To only take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't for someone who really needs to hear these messages. And of course, hi cross-watchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in a Cancer. Who wouldn't be? I like to remind Cancer cross-watchers energy is fluid, so if you feel like the roles are flipped or reversed, that's completely okay. Please use your own discretion to flip those roles if that is the most relevant to your specific story. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get this reading started. I like to start off my readings by doing a mini meditation to clear and set the energy, but if you are just here to see what the cards have to say, I completely understand. Go ahead and check out the pinned comment below with all the timestamps. For those of you who are with me now, thank you so much for joining me. It really does help me connect your energy by doing this. So I'm going to ask everyone to take a deep breath in, and I'm going to ring this sound bowl 3 times. And during that time, I just want you to open up your energy to ask the questions in regards to your love life, and then we'll see what Spirit has to say. So let's go ahead and take that deep breath in. And tune into the energy of Cancer. All right, Cancer, let's go ahead and see what Spirit wants you to know about in your mid-August love reading check-in for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And for this reading, I am tuning into an energy in and around your psychic field of someone that has romantic feelings or intentions towards you right now in this moment, whether you are single or taken, whether you're currently in a connection or in separation with this energy. Let's see whose energy is coming through, why are they coming through, and what does this mean for you guys for August. So tell me about the energy that surrounds Cancer. Ooh, we have self-indulgence. Okay, this could be a fire sign with the candles here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or you could have strong fire in your chart. But it says self-worth and value, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. So this is someone who I feel in some ways is a little bit self-indulgent. They are definitely a little bit egotistical. They definitely are someone that could be even described as like cocky, confident for others. But I do feel in a way that you guys may be kind of at a distance right now or kind of separated right now for a little bit of healing, for a little bit of clarity within this. I do feel that this person has been getting a lot of downloads about you, Cancer, has been getting a lot of understanding of the connection between the two of you, however long or short it lasted. I do feel for a lot of you though, maybe this person is looking at you to be the distant one because maybe they're a little intense, a little overwhelming, or in the way that it just was too egotistical for you, and that's why you felt, okay, this person I just need to stay a little bit away from, or at least give some space to. And they've definitely noticed if you're the one to withdraw, I have to say. Tell me more about this energy that wants to come through for Cancer's reading. You know, also for some of you guys, I feel like this person did not really recognize all that you were and all that you have until you withdrew or until there was a separation. And now they're seeing it, whether they feel your energy, whether they see it on social media or hear about it or see you in passing. But then we have self-worth. Yes, love this. I do feel there's a lot of heart chakra healing going on within this person. And maybe through the connection they have with you, it inspired or it triggered or was a catalyst for that heart chakra healing. And someone could definitely have a heart tattoo. But I feel as if, you know, I wonder, Cancer, if someone they don't like to show when they're hurt, but they've been very, very hurt over what happened between the two of you, although I don't think they would ever admit it. I don't think they would ever tell someone that. They very much view emotions as being a weakness, or they view admitting when you're upset, hurt, by someone to be too much for their pride, but they definitely struggled in this connection with you. And they've definitely struggled during this time of realizing all that they could have had with you, or that even they messed up, or that even you are kind of doing your own thing right now and you're doing a pretty damn good job at it. And it's something where they are kind of struggling with kind of seeing, I should have been there, or I should have had that when I had the chance. This is definitely someone with regrets in regards to you. There's someone that could have like side swept bangs. I'm also seeing like ice blue eyes, or maybe like ice gray eyes for someone as well. Tell me more. What does this person want to say to Cancer? That they haven't told Cancer? That they want to tell Cancer? Oh my goodness, you are my sunshine. I wonder if someone has strong Leo in their chart, could be dealing with the Leo, or you could have like Leo rising, Leo moon. With the sun, I always kind of connotate it with the Leo zodiac sign. You are someone that kind of lit up their life, even if it was just briefly. You are someone that has an amazing smile, and they always think about your smile, whether you have great teeth, dimples, something unique about your smile, nice lips. But I do feel as if they really, I feel looking back, wish they could have seen what they had before taking it for granted. And I'm seeing the letter I as an Ivan or Irina. First, middle, last initial can mean something to someone, or even someone has a nickname that ends with an I. But I do feel, with that being said, there's a lot that they miss about you. There's a lot that they respect about you now. And again, I'm just the messenger, but it's almost as if they respect you more now than they did when they were with you, for whatever reason, due to their own ego, their own lack of awareness. So I'm very curious about this. Let's dive in. What does this person want to tell you, Cancer? Because I don't know if they have the courage to reach out after all that's happened between the two of you, but maybe this reading is a way to say everything that they wanted to tell you but couldn't, or feel like they can't. So we have the Empress. Not surprised to see this. This is Taurus energy, Libra energy. Those signs can mean something to you. Does not have to be the case. I'm going to get all the cards out first and do a deep dive, but I'm going to ask, how do they feel about you right now? What do they think of you? What do they like about you? What do they not like about you? What do they like about the connection they have with you currently? And what do they not like about it? And what are their highest hopes and deepest fears in regards to this connection with you, Cancer? What are they really hoping is going to happen and unfold between the two of you? And what are they afraid of? So yeah, a lot of fire here I'm seeing, which I'm not surprised. And there's the Sun card. Yeah, love it. Especially in the placement where it's at. 2 3s. Your birthday could be July 3rd, July 13th, June 30th, or June 23rd. Oh goodness. Okay. Wow. Jeez. So, bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Sorry guys, I have to censor these for YouTube community guidelines. Capricorn energy. You have a lot more than what meets the eye in this person. Again, I don't think most people view you this way. I think people do recognize your worth and your value and your depth when they meet you. But this person, at the awareness they were at and being in, too self-involved, and they didn't really see how much you really did provide or could provide in their lives. You are a hard worker. You are someone that is very grounded, very chill, very real. You are a husband-wife material. You are someone that may be successful and known to be successful and have been kind of sharing your experience of that success with other people, and they heard about it, see it on your social media. You're doing really well for yourself, and that's hard for them to ignore. Whether they pick that up on that through your energy, the telepathic vibrations, or even just hearing about it or seeing it in some way of if they have access to you. But I do feel that at the time, maybe they only, again with the Queen of Wands, may have seen you as being someone to have you know, fun with, to be curious with. You definitely turned them on from the minute they saw you, but I think they thought more with their sexuality and their own ego, and it was too late for them to really understand that there was more to you than that. But you are someone who provides, you are generous, but not overly generous. And I think that when you saw that maybe your value, your worth was being undermined, that's when someone pulled back. And that's the hardest thing with the Queen of Pentacles. When she gives her all. I'm just saying she for the purpose of the queen here, but it could be male, female, it doesn't matter. Gives her all. And then once they see they're being taken advantage of, once they see that it's not being respected or worthwhile, they will reverse it, and it feels like the dead of winter. Where once it was like the abundant harvest season, it goes cold. And I know some people connotate that with Queen of Swords, and in its own way it can be, but I don't think people really realize the impact of when the Queen of Pentacles pulls away. From the first time they saw you, they loved the way you look, the way you dress. With the Queen of Pentacles energy, it's kind of similar to the Nine of Pentacles. Someone has sexy thighs too, whether they are toned, whether they are thick. And yes, men can also have sexy thighs, just saying. So let's get into it. How they feel about you is the Empress. This is Taurus energy, Libra energy, divine feminine energy. So those are my divine feminine Cancers. You guys are working it. You guys are in your full power. You are in your full, I think from what they see, and whether they're not seeing everything, but from what they see on social media or what they hear about you, again, you're in a very prominent, successful, abundant time of your life. Maybe some of you had a child recently. Maybe some of you have learned that you're pregnant, or that someone you love is pregnant. And so maybe some of you guys are kind of also showing that off in some way, but more so, I think you have finally connected with this inner self-love, with this power within yourself, knowing that if someone doesn't understand my value, my worth, that doesn't mean I'm worthless. That means that they don't have an awareness to who I am. And I know the right person and the right things will come to me in the right time. You are very beautiful, very handsome. I always have to say that with the Empress that comes out here in a very natural way, even for some of you guys. You really don't have to do much to look that good. And people do notice you. People stare at you often. And this person definitely did when they first saw you. I think you noticed that too. You're also very creative, and maybe a lot of you guys have creative jobs, creative hobbies that you post about or that people know about, and you are talented with it. You are gifted with it. But they feel, yeah, that you are someone that could have provided a lot of love. You could have provided loyalty, devotion. And what they think about you is the Six of Wands, Leo energy. So for some of you guys, this goes two different ways. Again, this is adding to how well you seem to be doing, your glow up, your rise, your comeback almost, even especially if this person really, really hurt you. You, over the, I almost want to say years, but it could be years, months, weeks, you really have been able to get off your feet and make something happen despite how you felt with that ending. And they see you as being proud, confident, a go-getter, noticeable. You're getting a lot of attention. And I wonder if they're seeing that or hearing about it, or people are talking about you in a very uplifting way, in a very like, wow, do you hear what Cancer is up to? Have you seen Cancer? They're looking good. And so that also kind of messes with them in a way. But I think also for others of you, if that's not so much the case, then they definitely think and fantasize about having you again, like almost like that like vision or that daydream of being like reaching out to you and you accept them, and then, oh my God, we're back together and I can put Cancer on my arm and brag about being with Cancer. Yeah, in a lot of ways you were a little bit of an ego boost for them. They did feel like they could show off or brag about being with you. They told their friends like, hey, look at Cancer, showed your picture. and felt very, very proud, very, very cocky about being with you. And they still have that type of thought and mindset towards you, Cancer. But again, you're more than just like a trophy. You're more than just eye candy. I think it took this person the hard way to understand that. What they like the most about you is Queen of Wands. So Aries energy, you can have Aries rising, Aries moon, does not have to be. But you are magnetic, you are attractive, you are life of the party, even if you mean to or don't mean to. You just have a very powerful presence. You are someone that likes to make everyone feel welcome, like everyone to feel excited. I do feel you're like very much the hype up person. What I mean by that is like, if you see that there's someone like in the side and they're kind of feeling down, you will kind of try to include them and bring them in and just lighten up the mood. That's just what you do naturally. And let's talk about physically. People definitely describe you as hot, sexy with the Queen of Wands, okay? You are definitely someone that knows how to dress for their body type, knows how to show off, knows how to, I don't know, you just come off very, very sexy. And I feel like people, again, when they first look at you, maybe that's the first thing they notice and the first thing they kind of focus on is their sexual attraction to you. But you're also a really good person, a really fun person, a really passionate person. And I think it goes way beyond the eye that a lot of people may not understand about you. And with Queen of Wands energy, you could come off as making people feel insecure, making people feel jealous because they really can't bask in your light like that. So again, they may have had another little ego boost knowing that people were jealous of you or jealous of them being with you in that way. What they don't like about you is the 9 of Cups, Pisces energy. So I don't feel this is anything personal to you as much as the missed opportunity to be with someone that they would have been really happy with in the long term. Again, when I feel like they met you, they were more in this player, single life, no strings attached type of vibe that they're kind of regretting now. Maybe it's because they got older and now they're seeing, there's not much left as far as that goes. Or even if they are older, it's kind of like, I should have been with Cancer more. Cancer definitely, even if it was a short time, has had a lot of impact on the way I think. I don't know, you were just more deep than what they were prepared for. That you were a lot more loving than what they were prepared for. And maybe even for some of you guys with 9 of Cups, of what they don't like about you was how good you made them feel in the way that it kind of went in a territory of emotions. Because this cup is in the place of what they don't like about you. And maybe there was a lot of emotions that you kind of triggered within this person. And I also kind of feel they feel guilty around getting your hopes up, especially if they knew that this was something that they thought was going to be temporary. They weren't going into this for a long time. They may have told you something else wise. And that always kind of made them feel bad that they misled you in that way. What they like the most about you is the Sun card. Leo energy. And again, you are my sunshine. For however long it lasted, you gave them a lot of excitement. You definitely lit up their life. You definitely made them laugh, made them smile. You definitely were someone that's quite memorable. And they remember, I don't know, whether it was the summer you guys met, the day you guys met. It was just, they kind of always had that imprint of how warm you were, how just a ray of sunshine, honestly. I know that sounds kind of cheesy or cliche, but that's really how they felt when they were in your presence, was that they were basking under the sun. And I think too, there maybe with whatever happened at first, you guys were a lot more transparent with this person, open with this person, even with whatever happened. But the more you felt taken advantage of or not regarded, I think you've been dimming your light with this specific person more so, not dimming as in the way of like not feeling confident or not showing off or whatever, but kind of like they don't need my light. They don't deserve my light. And that's something they really, really miss. What they don't like about this connection, Three of Pentacles, Capricorn energy. So one person or both of you may have moved on to different connections, and they find themselves comparing a lot. Whether if they see you with someone else, oh, I could have been better for Cancer and blah, blah, blah. Or even if they're with a new person, like, oh, I wish they were kind of like Cancer in this way. I do feel, though, they think that if you guys have both moved on, or at least one of you moved on to someone new, that's where it has to stay. But they do check in on you from time to time. They do wonder what you're up to and doing. They do still kind of watch you from afar silently, knowing that maybe it's just in reality can't work based off of your lack of trust in them now, based off of your close offness to them now, or just being too late and seeing the worth of it all and how this could have worked if they were just more open to it before. But they also, like, I don't know if they would admit this to themselves, if it's like their higher selves or an unconscious thing, but they definitely feel as if you're on another level through this glow up, through this awakening, through this Empress energy, that they are afraid you wouldn't even give them the time of day now, whether that's true or not. Highest hopes is the Ten of Cups, Pisces energy. I'll be honest here in what I'm feeling from this. I know someone's hoping, yes, the fairy tale, we'll be together, reunion, maybe, but what I feel more so from this, honestly, is that, like, they hope that you are doing well, that you deserve it all, that you deserve everything they couldn't give you. And they're hoping that they could find someone like you for their own Ten of Cups one day. Someone that fulfilled a lot of what you fulfilled in their lives that they were too late to kind of recognize and see. Now, some of you that may have a kid with this person, they're hoping that despite maybe the distance or what they did wrong, that you guys can still maintain a parental relationship for the good of the kids. That's what they really want here. And they don't want to fight and argue anymore, if that's a message for you guys. But maybe even if you don't fight or argue, they do hope that you guys can have like a strong parental relationship. But outside of that, really, it's truly what I feel for most of you, that they can find something that they may see you having now with Ten of Cups energy, or like someone like you, as close as it could be if they could at all, that would give them the emotional fulfillment that you would have given them. Deepest fears is the King of Swords, Aquarius energy. You'll always be cold with them. That warmth, that sunshine, gone. What are you up? What are you doing? Why are you reaching out to me? Okay, pick her up at this time. If it's like a kid thing, like keeping it very, very detached. And some that feel guilty about what happened here between the two of you due to their choices, due to their lack of action or their lack of communication. If they went ghost, they feel guilty about that. They should have told you more. They should have seen more within this. They should have respected you more. And you are someone that is a lot more wise, a lot more aware, a lot more, I don't know, again, like, I don't want to say that they downplayed your intellect when they met you, but almost as if from hearing about you, seeing you, you were a lot more real, in depth, and eye-opening than they gave you credit for. And they're afraid they're kind of not, they beat themselves over that lack within them. And I wonder if they're kind of afraid now of being only with people that are superficial, not in-depth, not intellectually stimulating like you, Cancer. But also it could be that they're afraid that all they can do is just watch from afar. All right, Cancer, to see the likely outcome of this situation, what is likely to happen and unfold from now to the end of August, you need to be aware of. What are they going to do, not do? What else can I tell you about this person or situation in your love life? We're going to go ahead and take this to Patreon for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here to show you the likely outcome and just pull more tarot oracle cards to just dive deeper into this. So if you guys really felt this was your reading, I promise there'll be more clarities and answers and more confirmations for you guys in the extended. So if you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box and you will find the link to the video of the extended reading. But if this is where we depart, I really hope that this reading resonated with you. I hope it's giving you the clarity, insight, healing, guidance that you were looking for by watching this message. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Cancer, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Cancer.